Hey everybody, today's Friday, October the 7th, and we've got Hurricane Matthew blowing outside, but I'm really fortunate to have power today and be able to take a video and upload it. So let's do it. So I'm still working on my Atwater Kent Fender Champ radio, or I should say amplifier. I haven't gotten in the extra long shaft pots that I need yet, so I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview of my next project. And what you're looking at here is a Bogen amplifier. And I like this one because it's a relatively small footprint, it's light, and it has a handle on top, which I have to replace, of course. But let me just give you a walk through the front, and then there's a few odd features on this thing I want to share with you in case you've never seen one. This is a Bogen Challenger model Cha-620. So you'll see that it has looks like it has a separate amplifier for a microphone, which is right here. And it has a phonograph volume control, and then it has a standard bass and treble control, and then it has a phono motor on and off. So I assume that you would attach this to a record player of some sort, and you would control your volume here, and then you would have a microphone, I guess like an old karaoke machine, and then you've got your master power. See this little logo here? The dial light actually goes behind that. Let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to turn this off and flip it around and show you the back, and then we're going to take a look at the bottom. Alright, let's take a look at the top before I flip it around. Here's the dial light that I told you about that goes behind that logo. And you'll see that the tube complement is a 12AX7, another 12AX7, and it has a pair of 6V6 tubes here. And then the rectifier tube they used in this thing was a 6AX5GT. It's a little bit more modern than the 5Y3s I've been using. And you'll see that you've got here's your transformer. And I think this is a secondary transformer. I think this thing has two channels, but I'm not positive. I'll have to look at a schematic. Then it has a really unique plug here which says motor. Right? Now, I've got two things here, which is an H507. And this looks like it's a, I can't read it, H505. And what came out of those things is this, one of them anyway. It's a vibrator. And I've said, well, what does that thing do? So I did a little research on the internet. Let me show you what it does. So basically, what the vibrator does, it says, it's, let's see, it's an electromechanical component which were used in circuits similar to modern solid-state inverter circuits to provide a pulsating DC which could be converted to a higher voltage with a transformer rectified and filtered to create high voltage DC. Never saw one of those before, so that's an education for me. Anyway, let's go back to the chassis. So that's what this thing looks like from the top. Let me flip it around. This is the output transformer, by the way. Let me flip it around the back and then we'll take a look underneath. Alright, here's the back of the unit. It has this really odd power module, which we'll remove. It's got a remote standby switch, and obviously it looks like it has a 4, 8, and 16 ohm speaker output. And then it has two jacks for speakers as well. And I think what you do is you wire the circuit to what ohms the speakers are. So this looks like it's connected to the 4 ohm terminal. And this is made by Bogen, Presto in Paramus, New Jersey. I don't know the year. Siegler Corporation. Let's flip it over and take a look on the back. Looks like it's got a little... It's bent here. I'll have to fix that. Let me flip it over. So flipping it over, you'll see there's really not a lot in here again. There's some really old caps that are leaking. These are probably Spragues, I would think. Let's see. Who are these made by? I don't know. Not sure. Anyway, not much in here. This is an Astron. That's really old. And then you'll see that they have this divider here. And that's to keep the power section away from the audio section, which I like, because for me that's going to play out really well. In this one I'm not going to use a circuit board, because I really don't have the room. And I think this would be much more user-friendly if it was a point-to-point wiring job. So I think I'm probably going to use terminal strips and do point-to-point wiring on this. Here's a transformer, And there should be another transformer that sits underneath this power pack here, but it's all dented. I'll have to fix that. And not much else going on here. Here's looks like a burnt resistor. It's really black there. So for this one, I don't know if I'm going to use a fender circuit. I've built so many fenders at this point. I want to try something different, and I have to look around and see what I could build with it that I could use. But I like this one because it's really portable, and the metal case that comes with it with the handle is really cool. Right? I can clean that up really nice. And you'll see it looks really clean inside. It does have an output for the phono right there. Don't need to use that, obviously. But that's this thing here. So I'll start planning what I'm going to do before I do it, and I'll share this video series with you when I'm done. Alright? I'll be back. Thanks. Before I wrap up, let me show you a little bit about the storm here. Not so bad. Looks like we're getting wind gusts about 40 miles an hour, maybe 50. And we probably have another couple of hours left, but not so bad. It could have been much worse. Anyway, everybody's safe here, so nothing much to see. I'll see you folks later. Bye.